Party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los. Rumble Aldo NICE is the uncle.
Me and my boys ep about this sometime. And, we crack jokes. We shed light on it or whatever, just to make things not so painful to sting or whatever. But I'm getting kind of tired of it. And I'm sure you're wondering what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the plight of the black quarterback. And with this just brings me to my next point. Ain't it kind of sickening just how the black quarterback gets treated? His trajectory of his career, how people view him, the leash he has, the lifelines he has in the league to be a starter if he's given the opportunity. And I'm just getting tired of it. And I think it's a damn shame how boys who are superiorly more athletic, who are way nicer, who make the league go round, how when it comes to them playing quarterback, how pretty much they don't have really the same, chances and just career trajectory and just the career that some of their counterparts have. And I just think it's a damn shame, man. We got to stand up for the black quarterback, man.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man, Aldo NICE.
It's your boy, Rog Smuve.
It's your boy, Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Look, I'm going to start by saying this, and I'm going to keep it real succinct, right? We normally don't start with sports because, we normally push that a little bit further down. So, but that's what Rumble wanted to speak on. So we're going to keep it real to the point, give our points on this. It's a very interesting topic. I think that maybe the Cam Newton thing is what's driving him to talk about this. Raj, what are your thoughts on his questioning of the place of the black quarterback?
I think, so I got on Facebook earlier today and I saw, who's your MVP? This was an ESPN post. Who's your MVP? And it was Deshaun Watson,
3.
Lamar Jackson, and who was the other one? You can name
And Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, and they're all black. So I think that the black quarterback is as high as ever because we got the 3 front runners, all black, and Lamar Jackson got a chance, and Cam Newton lost his last 9 games, his last 9 starts, and Kyle Allen came in and won the 6 games in a row. So no, I'm not. I disagree. I think that the black quarterback is doing all right now.
Los, as a former and still current black quarterback in your mind, what are your thoughts?
I think the black quarterback, I think the evolution has grown for people to start, got away from just quarterback sitting in the pocket, just sitting there throwing the ball. I think people, and especially offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, are respecting, the ability of a black quarterback, especially one who can pass and run. It comes a time, especially as a defense, that you have to, actually respect both threats from that quarterback. If he can run and pass. So I think, like he said, black quarterbacks are thriving right now. I think it took a while before everybody started to really just jump on board. But they were in love with Mike Vick, but then he wasn't as throwing the ball, sitting in the pocket. But I think now, especially the way the college game is set up and high school as well, dual threat quarterbacks are a lot more accepted and wanted and sought for now. So yeah, we out here.
So I would say this, just kind of in response to what you said, Los, not to really throw it too much back at you, but I think that you have a very antiquated view of black quarterbacks because everything you just said was about run and pass. And I don't necessarily think every black quarterback is fast. We talk about Jameis Winston all the time as not being fast. So when I say black quarterback, I just mean people automatically look at them and be like, oh, that boy must be fast because he's black. And I think you kind of did a little bit of that just then, just kind of a something a takeaway right there.
The majority, I say that because the majority.
I don't know about the majority.
If you look at Winston, he is actually sort of a run threat. That don't mean you got to be fast to be a run threat.
Like Teddy, not as fast as Taysom. You know what I mean? Like Teddy, not fast as Taysom.
That's true. But when Teddy was at his prime, he was doing both very well.
Okay, but yeah, I see your point. What I'll add to it is just this: that I saw something recently that said the top 12 maybe offenses in DVOA, like 8 of them are led by a black quarterback by more than 50% of their games this season. So like the three we just named, but then also people like Teddy Bridgewater when he was leading the Saints, and there's a couple of other ones. Who are the other black quarterbacks? They're not all gonna come to my mind all at the same time. And obviously at this point I'm going to forget because I'm on the spot. But even Jameis's stats weren't like way far down the list of what quarterback is doing their thing right now. So it was an interesting stat. So go look it up. It's a thing.
And I want to point this out. I just looked up Teddy Bridgewater stats from college, and he never was a runner. I didn't know that either. I just like Los just did. I assumed that he had.
I told you he wasn't
500 yards rushing, but he's not.
he always was a pocket passer. He was kind of like what's his name, Geno Smith. Like he just wanted to sit in the pocket and throw that bitch.
Geno definitely a pocket passer.
He played 3 years of college football. His rushing stats go respectively 66 yards as a freshman, 26 yards as a sophomore, 78 yards as a junior.
Wow, I thought that was more than that.
But they do college a little differently. Every sack gets counted against you. You're running yards.
Well, that's fine, but he still wasn't a runner. Like he would have had more. So even if I don't think he had 700 yards, rushing, and then he took, you know what I'm saying? Whatever minus to get 78.
That's true.
Like I don't think that's.
So the other black quarterback that I'm forgetting was Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, forgot about that guy. Yeah, so there's we out here like you said. But
he's still Patrick Mahomes still a running threat though. But he don't run the ball as much. But he's definitely a threat back there.
Yeah, he could get out there. Kyler Murray. I mean, they got black quarterbacks out there spinning that thing. But what's interesting is I heard this recently that Lamar Jackson's success is going to and what's very interesting about that is that's Baltimore, and it's not everybody doing that. Everybody's not given an opportunity to like just mold their whole team behind one player's special talents, and that's what Baltimore is doing, and that's why they're reaping the benefits. But more people might be willing to do that with an exceptional black quarterback. So people like Jalen Hurts might actually get a chance to be a first round draft pick because people might be like, you know what, he's a winner. He could run. He could throw. We'll get him in here. So possibly he gets drafted a lot higher than he would have because of what Lamar's doing. I think the one thing that Rumble should be standing for, not necessarily black quarterbacks, but black coaches, because they're doing black coaches bad across the board.
Dirty.
Like that boy at Florida State, they paid $20 billion to get that boy out after a year and a half.
Yeah.
So like black coaches is even in a worse position than black quarterbacks. Man, let's hop into what just burns my Boudin this week, because we got a lot of stories and I want to make sure we give ample time for everything. First thing that burns my Boudin: people who stand in parking spots.
People that stand in parking spots deserve to get parked on.
I should have parked on them.
Spot? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
it's first come, first serve.
Yeah,
you made a reservation for the parking spot. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah. I saw
that's beyond burning Boudin. Like that my Boudin didn't even touch the grill for that. Like y'all not even about to play with my car like that.
I mean, like when I pulled up to a little happy hour the other day, they had a lady like right at the front standing in the parking spot with a guy, and they were just standing there and they looked at me when I passed. And they had another spot, like maybe 5 or 6 spots down. It was a little bit further, but I was like, everything in me, it took everything in me not to just turn on my hazard lights and stop right there and be like, move. Like I'm about to park right here. I didn't because I was feeling good. I was like, you know what? It's Friday. Birthday tomorrow. I ain't tripping. I ain't doing no tripping. But it did burn my Boudin. In
other words, they won.
Yeah. It burned my Boudin enough for me to write it down in my phone at that point as something that burned my Boudin. But, it's just not good. It's not. I mean, have you ever done that?
I've tried, but I feel bad doing it. Like if somebody was to begin to turn in, and I'm gonna just be like, "Oh man, I couldn't hold your spot." Like I'm not about to strong arm a good parking spot for nobody. That's not cool.
I think it depends on where and when. I think is a part of it too, Raj. I think if it's like we had a big fire or something and we driving, or like if it's at Walmart, we could go park in the back. I'm not standing in the parking spot at Walmart. But if it's like we at the Superdome and there's a parking spot at the dome, like in Champion Square, and you hold that thing for me, like please.
Let me tell you what I would do.
And it's $500 to park like next door. You know what I mean? Like
let me give you the type of person I am. I'm sneakier than that. All right. So this is what I would do. I guess what I have in my mind, the mental picture I have is that it would be a parallel parking spot. I would park my car into the parallel spot, like further than it needs to be. And then stand off to the side so that person can only get mad at that. I wouldn't stand by my car. I'd stand off to the side.
So they would think it's just somebody parked bad, but it's really you
randomly
waiting for
somebody
your
just parked out of line. And then when you hit me up and say, "Hey man, I'm about to turn in," you say you got that spot for me. I'll go to my car, back up a little bit, and let you get in. That's how I would do it.
That makes a lot of sense. Or get like a little cone or something that's over there, and just put it in there and be like, "I know that thing." They got wet
Definitely
paint.
grab a cone. I am not above grabbing a cone.
Tell that
A
boy
little
to figure out,
But
hey, it's
cones
$200 to
also
park right here.
burn my
200.
Boudin in front of the club.
Yeah. Because that means they're trying to make people pay for something that should be free. You're right. But then you're putting it on the establishment and not on yourself. All of that to say, standing in parking spots burns my Boudin. Another thing that burns my Boudin this week is shows, TV shows that skip a season. When shows skip a season and just be like, "Nah, we'll see you in fall 2027." That shit burns my Boudin. Examples that I have that come to mind are Insecure. Game of Thrones did it. Atlanta did it. I lose interest in the show when it's gone that long. That's what I got.
I agree. I'm gonna agree with you. I know I've been a victim of it. I can't tell you what show. Probably Atlanta.
Atlanta skipped a whole decade though. Atlanta been gone for a few years,
right?
Man.
Right.
But let me tell you what I don't like is in this new age of binge watching, I can get a series in on an off day. You know, like I'm off today. I could watch a series maybe let's say in 2 days.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what comes to mind for me is The Boys on Amazon. Hint, hint. Check that out. Shit is fire.
Thing is a fool.
The Boys. So I get through season 1. It just started. Episode 1 through
Homelander.
8. Yeah, 1 through 8. And then now, not only like I don't have no anticipation of like Sunday. Ooh, I get to watch Ballers on Sunday. I saw the entire season 1. Now I gotta wait for the year. So that's an extended year.
It is
that's
an extended year.
time.
I got you.
Especially if they burn your Boudin. Especially
if
they hit you with that long daddy.
But it's not as bad as if they push that back to say, "Oh no, we're not gonna drop it again for 2 years." But what I think is the counter to that, which is the livest thing, is if you just catch up on, like you find out about a show and you watch it. And this happened to me recently. I think the show is called Glitch on Netflix, and I watched the first 2 seasons, and I was like, "Oh, that was pretty cool." And then it was like, "Oh, season 3 starting tomorrow," and I was like, "Whoa!" Like,
that's
and
fire.
No, but Netflix does that because they did it with another show, Mindhunter. It happened to me when I was watching Mindhunter a few months back too. Like I think Netflix does that when they're about to drop a new season or something. They'll put like the old season that's like, y'all need to be watching this right now. If you ain't up on it, catch up on it right now. I think that's fire.
Right.
Stuff.
Netflix got the game. Netflix, as of this point, got the game on lock.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix
With TV
got some
shows,
stuff
yes.
on. Even when Netflix decides to do stuff with their shows, like release them every week, I'm fine with that.
Los, what are your thoughts on shows that skip season? Because I know we've been waiting to do Men Secure, but we can't do it without Insecure.
I mean, it really. I feel like it takes the air out of it. Like we were kind of excited to do Men Secure again. You know, we was watching it faithfully. But then when you say, okay, yeah, it's coming soon, and you say, okay, 2019, they say, nah, fuck that. We're going to wait till 2025. You're like, wait, what? I don't want to watch that anymore then. I'm going to be off that. You know what I mean? So it does scorch my Boudin.
Another thing that burns my Boudin this week that I decided to speak to. I had a couple of people over for my birthday this past weekend. And I made a little gumbo, you know, threw down a little bit, made a little gumbo. I think that thing was dog. Others told me it was too.
It was good. It was good.
People who fish we call it fishing where I'm from. Fish for meat burn my Boudin.
So basically what you're saying,
go ahead.
What you're saying is they should just get what they get. Get what
you
the spoon
get.
gives them.
Get
what the
with
good
spoon
Lord
gets
put
you.
on your spoon
Absolutely.
is what you should get.
I had no bones in my gumbo. It was like shredded chicken. I shredded the chicken up, and I had some chunk chicken. I had some sausage, and I had some shrimp, and that's all. So meaning you wasn't about to get no big chicken bone with some cartilage on it. Nah, cutting you about to get all bites. Cutting everything's edible in that thing. Everything check out. Yeah. But they had a dude in the crib. This is even an aside. They had a dude in the crib who walked to the kitchen with his plate finished with about 15, 20 sausages in it, and he was like, "Nah, I don't eat pork, fam." So in that case, fish, motherfucker, fish.
Did he put the sausage back?
No.
Cause he threw them away because he just ate around them and then threw away 20 sausages.
No,
he deserved to have soup.
If you really don't eat pork, you always ask, "Hey, you got pork in there?" Because I'm thinking, if you ate the gumbo, it was pork juice all in the gumbo. You eat pork now, so you really just wasted the whole. You wasted $3.55 of that man money.
No, he wasted because when it was all said and done, when everybody left, I had buku juice with like not a lot of meat left, and I had put about maybe I think I counted about 7-8 pounds of meat that I put in that thing. Wouldn't be the first time I put 7-8 pounds of meat on that thing, you hear me? But yeah, the meat, like, there was barely any meat. It was all juice. I was a little upset about that, especially thinking about old boy. So let me take that back. Fishing burns my boudin when you go take all of the sausage to eat it, but it even burns my boudin more when you take all the sausage to throw it away. What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So I know they got a point. Just like I know how you held yourself where you didn't say anything to the people that was in the parking spot.
Yeah.
How would you feel if that man would have went back for seconds? Would you have? Would that have been?
I had just met that man
something?
that day. I wasn't comfortable enough to like shit on him. If he went back for seconds, I'd be like, "Hey man, don't get no sausage this time." Matter of fact, and I'd have got him like a little strainer type of spoon. And been like, just pick the meat you want out of it. I would have encouraged him to fish.
Bro, let me tell you something. And I know you're probably thinking it. You're lucky I wasn't there.
Oh.
Because I'd have bagged him. I would have had to. You giving me a layup. I get it. You Lakem Salam, Hotep. But what I'm saying is you can't waste good food, man. We don't do that over here, bro.
And reshards, boy. What's wrong with you, though?
Yeah, no, we don't do that, man. Like, I need you to either commit to this sausage, pause, or
I feel like that's a conversation you had with a chick before. I'm gonna need you to commit to the sausage.
To this sausage.
Will be my first time. But anyway, so or just have juice. You know, like you can just skim off the top, and you don't need no meat.
But
just have
you're
your
still
soup.
eating pork though, because the sausage was marinated in the juice. You still eating pork juice in there.
Listen, so man, whatever make that man sleep that night, dog.
Pissed Allah off, man.
Piss Allah. Whatever make that man. So I mean, so you telling me that like a little vegan person would come over there and be like, "Look, I'm just gonna drink the juice and eat the rice." No, because they got pork in it.
Facts.
No,
they wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
they wouldn't.
Facts.
So.
I hope that man listening to the podcast, or I hope that man indirectly gets
told
flack from this segment.
No fishing allowed. I need a little sign that say "No fishing allowed." Man, look, another thing that burned my boudin this week. Listen, this past weekend, birthday weekend, every year. The time goes back. Daylight savings time. And I'm always excited about that.
Are you?
But the other one? The one that's like you lose to sleep? Or just the concept in general of daylight savings time burns my boudin.
Move to Arizona.
That's what they say.
But on the flip side, I hate this time. Because it's pitch black right now.
Yeah, I be going to sleep early.
It's pitch black right now. And just to give you a beat of when it is, it's 6:52. And it's pitch black.
Hold up, it should
Come on,
be
bro. That's not cool at
7:52.
all. Like, I'll sacrifice that.
It's not 6:52. It's
that.
7:52, right, Raj? Stop it.
It's 7:52 where I'm at. I just figured most of our listeners are in the Central Time Zone, so I'll go ahead and give them that. But
8:52.
Oh my God, I'm tripping. 8:52. So it's 7:52 where I'm at. But It's been dark for a while.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It was dark at 6:52. Let's say that. So I feel as though I feel the exact opposite of you. Like I feel like I'll sacrifice that hour. I do hate losing that hour of sleep, but it happens in the middle of the night. It happens at 2 a.m. So I'm cool with it. The cool thing about that being on your birthday is you get an extra hour in the bar.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's cool, but I still don't like it getting dark as early as it's been getting, which burns my boudin.
My little cousin, the Miseducation of Lauren, said this is like officially when I get home, I'm not leaving back out season. But I mean, I think that got something to do with it though. Like, cause it'd be dark. Like when I've been getting home at my regular time, like 4:35, whatever around that time. Take me go change, work out, take a shower, and it's like fucking 6 and it's dark. I'm not leaving the house for anything. Like, why would I want to leave?
Definitely
the house?
stand there.
Imagine it's dark and here it's cold.
It's cold, yeah.
It's freezing outside. It's 25 degrees outside right now. I'm not going nowhere.
Just to get y'all a little science before I get your take, Los. In 1895, George Hudson came up with daylight savings time, and only a minority of the world population uses it. Asia and Africa generally do not observe it. So our forefathers don't observe that bullshit. This is some WPS. It says industrialized societies usually follow a clock-based schedule for daily activities that do not change throughout the course of the year. The time of day that individuals begin and end work or school and the coordination of mass transit, for example, usually remain constant year-round. In contrast, in agrarian societies, daily routines for work and personal conduct are more likely governed by the length of daylight hours and by solar time, which change seasonally because of the Earth's axis tilt. North and south of the tropics, daylight lasts longer in the summer and shorter in the winter, with the effect becoming greater the further one moves away from the tropics. By synchronously resetting all clocks in a region to 1 hour ahead of standard time, individuals who follow such a year-round schedule will take an hour earlier than they will wake an hour earlier than they would have otherwise. They will begin and complete daily work routines an hour earlier, and they will have available to them an extra hour of daylight after their workday activities. However, they will have one less hour of daylight at the start of each day, making the policy less practical during the winter, like you just spoke of, Raj. So, daylight savings is basically to have extra time of the day after work. But it don't work right now.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying.
And I don't like it.
Right. Los, what are your thoughts? Daylight savings time.
I mean, I love the extra hour, I guess, to roll the time back, but it does get dark really quick. But it makes me get into bed earlier, though. I ain't up as long. So
you go to sleep at like 4:30 a.m. instead of 5:30 a.m.
Exactly.
Because I don't want the sun to catch me no more. So I'll go to sleep.
No, tired of that shit.
That's funny though. So another thing, I'm not gonna say this burns my boudin. Well, let's do this. I'll tell you the last thing that burns my boudin. It actually doesn't burn my boudin. This podcast is brought to you by Dick Irv. I got this from the audience, and he said that this is what burns his boudin this week. Not knowing what song is on the NFL segment each week. Rog Smuve, he's talking to you.
You know what? I actually been thinking about that. Shout out, Dick Irv. I actually been thinking about that. I think it is right for me to say the name of the song. And but so I'll give you, man, you know what's crazy?
Sweetie is the only one you ever said, I think.
Big Come Cocky?
Come Cocky, that's what I meant. Come Cocky.
Come Cocky.
Yeah, because it was funny.
Yeah,
but
it was.
All of the other ones, I just, I might read 10 City Girls lyrics. I might read the whole City Girls album, and then now y'all don't think it's as cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I really feel about it. Which I don't. I do try to find variety in every aspect of it. But for the most part, I feel you. It's something I'll think about doing.
That man want to go listen to the songs just so he could laugh and be like, that's that song y'all was talking about. Like,
let me tell you this. This podcast is brought to you by Aldo NICE, who introduced me to, let me Google that for you.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what the name of the song is, just type the lyrics in and with the word lyrics at the end of it in the Google and you'll find it. Shout out, Dick Irv.
I feel like you tried to play the homie right quick. Dick Herb, the views, the expressed by Rog Smuve, the aggressive views towards our listeners. We ain't got time for it. Okay, so that was all that Burn My Boudin. But let me ask you something. This is not a Burn My Boudin, but I need y'all input. What do you do with birthday like messages? And I mean like the general daddies that be like on your wall on Facebook and like under a picture on IG. Like, what do you do with those? Like, I mean, I get when people inbox me and stuff, I respond. But other is it just to hit the like button? Should I put like this general? Should I hit the general? Man, I appreciate everybody who wished me birthday. Should I be that person?
Yeah. You like them all, and then you send that one out because you get tired of replying, especially on Facebook. You can't reply to all of those, so you just hit the like button on the ones you see, and then hit them with the general there. I don't think people.
Do I need to hit them with the general? That is the question, though, Los. What you think, Los?
I mean, it depends on how I'm feeling that year. Some years I do, some years I don't. Like this year I did, and I just hit the like button on everything. I didn't even hit them with the general there because I feel like if you was telling me happy birthday so I can give you a thank you, I'm good on that.
Enjoy.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have Facebook messages, happy birthdays just because you want to get a thanks today. You know?
Raj, what's your thoughts on the general daddy?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
In other words, he looking up lyrics right now. Let me, because I know,
man, I was just about to say
he
that.
Said
he
it was gonna happen.
He was in his phone.
Yeah, he in his phone. He looking up lyrics for an NFL segment at the end of the podcast.
He didn't hear nothing you said though. That's the funny part. He was about to lie and say something, but he didn't get the general gist of it. So he just like, you know what? Let me just say I don't know.
Yeah, what y'all boys had said was how I had felt about it. I hate him. So another thing I spoke about this weekend, I think Loshi was still here when I was talking about the sneaker ball. So we've talked about a sneaker ball on the podcast before about how people wear live shoes. Cutting, I just saw somebody who violated last week. It was a whole bunch of team of dudes with Jordans, and one dude had on some flumflaces, some flumblades. You know what I'm saying? Some designer daddies.
What is that?
Just some designer daddies at a sneaker ball.
I got you.
What you think about designer daddies at a sneaker ball, Raj?
I mean, I'm with it.
I'm with it. This next. You think that that's a good thing? I hate that, dog. Like, I feel like it has to be sneakerhead culture, not designer shoes, dog. Like, don't come here with some Louboutins.
Right.
Come here with some sneakerheads.
Let me tell you how I feel about it. Let me tell you exactly.
We've talked about this on the podcast, but I just want to,
You changed my mind about it that quick. If it's a sneaker ball, I can't have you do too much. Meaning, I can't have you go Balenciaga on me. Mm-hmm. I can't have you go all of them shoes. Neiman Marcus. I can't have you go Neiman Marcus on me. But if you got enough money for them shoes, I need you to hit up StockX and go with something dope.
Ain't that verbatim what I said? Ain't that verbatim what I said?
Yeah. If you can pay $9,000 for some shoes, you can go get some shoes that nobody ever seen before.
Yeah,
come with the Marty McFlys.
The Marty McFly daddies, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, go get some old exclusive Travis Scott shit. Those blue fours, them light skin fours, nigga. Like, get some exclusive stuff.
Don't hit us. You know what? Let me throw something in there. I don't understand how, like, sneaker culture makes some shoes rare or like valuable when they sometimes not fire. You know, it could be like some all white whatever, like or some like them blue fours that you was just talking about. Yeah. Like, they not like them craziest, most fire shoes ever. But the fact that they didn't make a lot of pairs of them makes them like, oh no, I gotta get those.
That's what makes it. I mean, because all designer shoes not fire, and they still for the most least fire designer shoe that they have, they still $600.
Mm-hmm. How about them Eminem Carhartts? Like, that's fours too. Like, a lot of them shoes is just kind of like it's just the rarity. It's not the liveness. Yeah. So that's kind of. But I don't even understand how the part that I don't get is how Nike does an auction per se for shoes on like the app, and you got to do like a raffle and try to get certain pairs. How do they know which ones are gonna be like go? But it has to do, I guess, with rarity, but does it always?
No, sometimes it's with who had them on prior to the release. So if Kanye at his concert wears a pair of Kanye's, you know, or let's just say and at one point in time wears a pair of J's, then it's gonna be crazy. If it was like Michael Jackson in a commercial like Space Jams, the Space Jams wasn't necessarily the best ones to come out, but Michael Jordan had them on and they didn't come out for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? There's always a story behind it, but I do think it's who wore them, when, for what event. That's what makes it a thing.
I think that might have something to do with them too, but I think nowadays with the the power of the internet, I think they might track when the picture come out and the release dates come out for stuff. They might track the hype,
the traffic
that way too. Yeah,
that make a lot of sense, Los. Like, cause I look at Kicks on Fire, and sometimes they'll have the wants, like the little like buttons on the shoes when they about to come out. And I would assume that if some of them be having like 4,000 likes and some wants, and some of them be having like 50,000 wants. So I think they can track pretty well which ones are going to be the shit. Speaking of shoes that are the shit that you should always wear to a sneaker ball, Manyatis.
The Manyatis.
Manyati drip.
Hey, if you gonna wait in line for them remake Popeye chicken sandwiches, you might well gonna get you a pair of Manyatis, bro.
And I'm just spelling it so you make sure you know how to spell it when you search it. Moneyatti. Manyati. 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 Master P shoes.
Got boots.
So
he just got booed off the stage
question.
somewhere too. They just booted out of the stage somewhere.
This is my first question. I need you to answer it, man. Manyatis or Converse No Limit MPs? Which one do you think Master P sold more pairs of? Back in the 90s when he had them Converse, them No Limits, or currently them Manyatis? Which one you think he sold?
Any pairs of Manyatis have been sold.
More than no, I agree with him. He been giving Manyatis away.
I don't think any Manyatis have been sold. Really? That's Master P.
None.
Shut up.
Four sales.
He's not the same Master P that we, them kids don't give a damn about no Master P.
But some cats from New Orleans, Scudden, got some Manyatis, Scudden.
No, they don't.
Not one pair of Manyatis.
Master P ain't been in New Orleans.
Reading this on their Wikipedia. Not one pair of Manyatis have been sold to this
Goose egg there.
And on their Wikipedia, it's an update as of...
I was about to say, did you hit the update button?
11/6/2019.
Not one pair.
Not one pair of Manyatis have been
At what
sold.
time, though, right?
8:06 p.m. MST.
But are they accounting for daylight savings time? No, because them boys might be behind. They might be behind. Oh, man. But speaking of Master P and his business acumen, we say he the GOAT. I think he's the GOAT. Like they said, he the only one who did it all three ways: rap, hustling, and the NBA. Like Master P is a special human being. Rap snacks. You know what I mean? Play the music.
Shout out.
Go.
Wake up one morning, you have hard times, don't know what to do in life, you know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle, right? You don't know how to go about and drink. Hold up. Hey! Get you with a dab of ranch, with a dab of ranch, we can make it happen. Hey, get your rap snacks. Hey, let me make it snapping. Get your rap snack with a dab of ranch. Get your rap snack with a dab of ranch. Okay. What bag at? What? Dab ranch. Ooh. In the trap store near you. Ooh. In the trap store near you. What you gonna do when you run across the aisle? CD.
Ooh, with a dab of ranch. With a dab of ranch. You can make. Ooh. Okay, man. Listen. Rap Snacks has partnered with Walmart and expanded to over 4,200 stores across America. So, actually, Rap Snacks was founded in 1994, which is crazy, by James Lindsay, and Master P is his partner now. So, this company's been around for 25 years. Rap Snacks has been around for 25 years. When did y'all first hear about Rap Snacks?
Last month? Last year, maybe?
Okay. How about you,
about
Los?
a year or so ago, somebody had came around, shot out with their popcorn. I was like, oh my God.
Hold up, so y'all had never seen that? Y'all had never seen Quavo then with the with a dab of ranch, Y'all like no?
That's when I realized. How long was that? How long ago was that?
I think that was more than a year because it was like peak Migos. It was like right around when they dropped whatever the album is. I can't even remember what Culture.
Might have been a couple years ago. I think that was probably when I first tasted them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I saw them in the store.
Oh, you've never tasted them, Raj?
No.
The popcorn with a dab of ranch?
They special.
Yeah, that Louisiana heat, that Boosie. Okay, look. Yeah. So previous artists who have been on Rap Snacks in the past, like since 1994, are people like Old Dirty Bastard, Master P, Meek Mill, Young Jock, Belle Biv DeVoe, Baby, and the Big Timers, Pretty Willie, Miss Toy, Mac 10, Young Bloods, If You Don't Give a Damn, Murphy Lee, Warren G, and Pastor Troy have all been on different Rap Snacks. But the current lineup of Rap Snacks, let me let you know. Romeo Miller has the barbecue with my honey chips. Fetty Wap has the honey jalapeno chips. Lil Yachty got the hot chili pepper and lime crunchy curls and hot cheese fries. They kind of look like his little hair, which is funny. Lil Bootsy got the Louisiana Heat wavy chips and cheese puffs. Trina got the honey jalapeno cheese puffs and honeydew cheese puffs. Cardi B just recently signed with him, got the honey drip butter popcorn, the jerk barbecue wavy chips, the habanero hot cheese popcorn, and the cheddar barbecue chips. And of course, Migos got the my honey wavy chips, the white cheddar cheese puffs, the white cheddar popcorn, and the sour cream chips, all with a dab of ranch. With a dab of ranch. Let me tell
you, out of all of what you just said, everybody that you just take, the one person that I don't understand why Fetty Wap has chips. Why Fetty Wap, out of all of them people that you just named, I have no idea why Fetty Wap doesn't have is on there. I don't understand.
Man, y'all niggas ain't shit.
Oh no! Why would he do that? Well, honestly, like that's funny because he don't really seem like the same lane. But they said Fetty Wap actually asked them for his own brand of chips. But it was like the repackaging, like they shut down operations for a year and they like rebranded. And I think that Migos shit is what just put them on the rap. When that went viral, they put them on the map.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their website right now. I'm looking at their website right now, and this makes me so proud. Mm-hmm. This makes me so proud because they have a back to school pack. And while everybody in their little lunchbox at school is bringing in the Cheetos, the Doritos, the Ruffles,
Rap Snacks,
I want to see the kid that's bringing in the Louisiana hot cheese with Boosie on the front.
But it's $24 for 48 bags, meaning that they 50 cents each. That is like really affordable chips, but they little chips because it's a 1 ounce bag. But still, that's a good price. They're trying to fight childhood obesity.
Boosie to be on the front in the cafeteria.
You're right. You're right. You're not wrong when you're right, man. They said that they're gonna have the first ever vegan Rap Snacks coming out in like a collab with Slutty Vegan in Atlanta. So I'm just saying, Master P is the GOAT. He got it. He gets in early on stuff like this. He making it happen. This is almost like 50 Cent and Vitamin Water, but it's even more urban and like capitalizing on urban culture. Like that's all I'm telling y'all, man. You can't stop.
I respect Master P so much because remember when the boy went from Ice Cream Man to Nickelodeon with his son and took his goals out.
Absolutely.
And then like that was the first person I seen on MTV Crib had an elevator in his house. It was like, damn, you really could be from nothing to something. I just want an elevator. I don't really need no rooms.
There's so many live things you could say about Master P, and the livest thing is that I remember him come and perform in New Iberia, like at the West End Park, like just on some local shit when we was kids. And Master P is like the biggest mogul, or one of the biggest moguls in America now. Speaking of Master P, whenever you talk about him, it goes hand in hand with Cash Money. So they had a video online right now of Young Turk, Hot Boy Turk, talking about a reunion concert. Because he basically was looking at Master P them and saying, man, we could do the same thing. We just need to put all our egos aside. And he talking all this crazy stuff about they should all get their individual tour buses because they all got their own families and their own crews, and then they just do the music together when BG get out and stuff. He seemed like he hurting, and he trying to get some loot. Like the rest of them boys probably don't need the loot like he do, but it would be a financial windfall for all of them, I believe.
Well,
what's the live reunion concert? Cash Money or No Limit?
Cash Money.
Cash Money, easily.
By far. Because you know what? No Limit's doing there. They just got booed off the stage in St. Louis. So
the only way that No Limit would have a live like reunion tour is if Snoop was involved. That's okay. The only way they have a chance.
I was about to get into that to the brass tacks of it, because like if you tell me I'm going to a concert and Mystical starting that bitch off, and then like doing like Y'all Ain't Ready and Danger and
Here I Go,
like Mystical Man Right Here, he doing all that, and then he get off the stage, and then Snoop coming on that thing and doing Snoop classics. Like, I mean, now I guess he would have to do No Limit songs, would he? Woof, motherfucker, woof, motherfucker.
Bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay.
Fuck them other niggas.
I feel like fuck them other niggas. Was it on his or C Murder? It was one of them, but he was on the song, definitely. So yeah, put that on. Yeah. I mean, the Dog Father. So,
but do we really want to sit in? But after that, then do I want to sit through Silk's little shit and Mia X?
Cutting. How about if Silk do what is it? The song with Montel, cutting. Let's Ride, cutting. He do that, and then he do the song. Then he do the song with him and Maya when she found them drawers that MCM.
Oh yeah.
Moving on.
Felt them pumps in the bump there.
Yeah, bro. Like he do the Trina song with him and Trina. I don't remember what the song was, but he got a song with Trina.
Oh no. Okay, so we talking about like an hour and 15-minute show.
No, because then P get to come. Because P get to come on at the end and shut it down with No Limit Soldiers. I always feel like somebody watching me. Free Code,
Mr. Ice Cream Man,
Ice Cream Man,
Cadillacs.
Yeah, P get to come out with.
Let me just tell you what you're doing here. I love it. I love the podcast when you get to play devil's advocate. But there's no way that a No Limit concert will ever be. Because let me just put it to you like this. I need you to hear me.
I'm listening.
Cash Money, all time Cash Money reunion tour. Oh, hey, everybody couldn't make it. Nobody could make it. The only person can make it is Drake. I'm going to the Drake concert. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Drake was never on Cash Money, so we can't count that. He was on Young Money.
I was about to say Drake don't. Cash none of the new people count.
He was on Young Money. None of the new people count. We only talking now, but I thought you was going to end that with
Hot Boys and Big Timers. We only want Hot Boys and Big Timers.
Yeah, I thought he was going to end it by saying, the only person who can was Wayne, and then I would have to sit back and maybe.
Maybe I'm definitely going.
I'm glad you brought that up. So I actually have everybody that was ever signed for Cash Money right here.
Here you go.
You got Bow Wow. No, look, you got Bow Wow. Okay. You got Busta Rhymes. You got Currency. You got DJ Khaled dropped 3 albums under Cash Money
Mac
Records.
10 was on No Limit.
Flo Rida, the Hot Boys, Juvenile, Lil Wayne. I mean, I'm saying no. Like I'm already Ray J. Like no, Soulja Boy. Like
they could only do the songs when they was signed to that label though.
No.
Lil Bow Wow can't be over there doing his little cuss that you like. Yeah, Puppy. He can't be doing that.
Shit, man.
None of that.
Listen,
man.
All I want to hear is the Big Timers and the Hot Boys.
Chopper could be on No Limit shit too, or new No Limit.
Yeah, man. You're going to have a select few, man. So it got to be Hot Boys and Big Timers.
I'm not going to lie with Chopper being involved. I don't know. Wherever he dropped Chopper style at, that's where I'm at.
But that's all he got, though. Chop.
Concert.
I think
I ain't going to lie. I would rather hear No Limit mix, like a DJ just play the songs, and then I go to the Cash Money concert.
But how long you want to stay at the concert, though, Los? If you're telling me Cash Money give you, if the concert is like an hour and a half, and just put all the cuts you could do in an hour and a half, you might could convince me that a No Limit concert might be live for an hour and a half.
I just don't think they're gonna perform it right though. I'd rather just listen to it. They ain't gonna perform it right. I feel like Pete not gonna make it. He's gonna sound the same. It ain't gonna hit. It's gonna hit different.
until big timers come out there and play Get Your Roll On, and then everything, all bets is off. Get your mother.
Everything is done. Now I'm sweating.
Hey, that's really a good question.
Sweating.
Give me a, maybe not an hour, but give me a 30, 45-minute concert. Maybe I'm a little bit closer to a No Limit concert.
A little podcast cert, a little pod cert.
Cause there's something about, and No Limit Soldiers, it's something about No Limit Soldiers, the song. Just think about it. Like when you hear like people out there sitting at your cubicle doing whatever you're doing right now. Close your eyes, cause and think about No Limit. You
gotta bounce though. You gonna get
think
fired.
About that.
You gonna get
just
fired.
think about that, and then think about I'm About It. Like them beats is so damn classic, and we're not even talking about make them say like P got
this ain't no motherfucking P.
No.
P, let me hear you say
Man,
hang the phone up. It's Rapid Frontier, man. But I say all of that to say, yeah, I guess if we do our little we break the shit down a little bit smaller, maybe we need to do a post like top 10 songs for Cash Money No Limit. What concert you're going to? Now that bring it down to maybe a 30-minute concert, like you said, Raj, 35-minute concert. But I don't know.
I'm going to Cash Money regardless.
I mean, for the sake of it, I'm still going Cash Money.
Okay, speaking of rappers, last week we talked about Kanye West and his conversion. I just wanted to have a little quick talk of. Man. Like I heard somebody saying you can't talk about somebody's walk with Jesus, and if they walk with Jesus, then you got to just take them at their word. So I saw the post today talking about Jasmine Cashmere. It did hit the internet that she's a preacher now, and they say since 2006 on Mother's Day she actually converted and like gave her life to the Lord. So it's been over 3 years, but people are just kind of getting the video of her talking about her testimony and stuff. And she seems like a really good polished performer up on stage.
In the bed.
What are y'all thoughts on that? Y'all saying Kanye could Jasmine have changed her life? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean,
of course she can change her life.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take a little bit longer. It's gonna take a little bit more clout because I just typed Jasmine Cashmere into my search engine and I got Jasmine Cashmere porn, Jasmine Cashmere squirting, Jasmine Cashmere XNXX, and so it's gonna take her a little while for her to get off of that, for us to forget about that. But the other thing is I think that there's a big difference between Kanye going out and having like sound bites and saying stuff like that's wild, and actually having video bites, like actually having like footage, like that's not the same thing to me. So it's gonna take her longer to fix her image, if you will.
I mean, I don't think. Well, I guess fix your image is I guess that it could be a right one. But I just think it's gonna take her a little bit longer for us to get her out our head of on porn.
Gagging.
Like it's just hard not to see her gagging on and squirting at the same time and getting her face squirted on. It's just you be sitting in church looking at her with a hard dick. You know what I'm saying? That's all I've been seeing for years. I mean, but I mean, I think hers might be more genuine than Kanye's. Because I feel like she's not even trying to make money out. She just in telling her story and really trying to get the word of God out. More so than doing music and throwing live ass concerts at churches with bad food.
I'm just laughing at the visual of people sitting in the audience with that rocked up. But I mean, I'm sure that would be like I'm sure that would be some people's motivation for going to that church though. Like I just want to see that thing up close, like and see what she really talking about. So I mean, celebrity of any kind can bring in a crowd. So that's a little interesting thing, man. Another big story in Black culture this week is the chicken sandwich.
Stab.
Chicken sandwich is back, man. So the two biggest things I've been hearing, one was that there's uncooked sandwiches. So I saw people talking about they frying them too fast, and this dude showed this one that was still like completely uncooked on the inside, and supposedly that was in Houston. Like that he got a bad one, and then I just saw it viral on online. Mm-hmm. And the other thing was the stabbing that took place on Monday in Maryland. Basically, he argued with a dude about a spot. And then Kevin Davis, 28, got stabbed outside their restaurant, and he died. So people want to talk about somebody got stabbed over a chicken sandwich, but it ain't got shit to do with a chicken sandwich. But y'all ain't ready to have that discussion yet, though. I just wanted to sound like a little hotel right quick. Did it go?
I was going to see if I can give you a bounce pass and ask you what does it have to do with it. I thought you was going to keep going with it.
Well,
but
it got everything to do with our culture, see, brother. No, but I mean, it do. Yeah. I mean, it do. If you gonna stab somebody with a chicken sandwich, and they got shit to do with a chicken sandwich, honestly. But go ahead.
Yeah, you just mad as fuck. But for real, something wrong with you. But you see the lady who tore up her car like on the little pole, trying to cut
scratch up all the side of her little Bonneville.
Like, dog, they ain't nothing that good. I mean, and then I me personally, the new one, not the old one. To me, I had the thing the other day. I was like, bro, this ain't the same sandwich I had.
That's what people gonna say.
The first few times I had.
So you saying it's like Gucci Mane? It's like a clone now that then came out and it's not the same thing.
No, it ain't the clone. Definitely. It's a whole. I think it's that narrative R. Kelly was trying to say is not me. It's a whole nother nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it ain't the same chicken sandwich. I think they tried to they tried to regroup and mass produce them, and they skipped a couple steps. Man, it was too expensive to mass produce them the same way they had them. They ain't marinated them for long enough or something. Cause I got the spicy there, and the thing wasn't even spicy.
Basically, that's funny. The way you said that, R. Kelly saw that video. He said, "So yeah, that's R. Kelly, but that's not me." The chicken. So just to go back, I don't know if y'all boys remember. Aldo. I'm sure you remember. Kane's chicken was different when it first came out, and Nice different. I think they went to the drawing board, and the bottom line, that's what runs the business, And I think that they figured, man, people gonna go crazy whenever we drop this chicken sandwich off again. Let's make it with less quality.
No, I think that the way Los just said that, man, like in between the foolishness, I think that was one of the better points I've heard in a long time about it. Is that, yeah, if we try to figure out how we gonna make money, we gotta cut some corners to make some money off this burger. So, I mean, this sandwich. So we not, like, they went all in on the loudness, and then it was like, look, let's just do it with a different price point because we know boys going to stab each other and run into poles trying to get this chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Even like, you got to look at it, even if they just get it one time, even if they just go back and get it one time or buy 2 or 3, or they just go one time with chicken sandwiches, and we make it with we skip a couple steps, save less money, save money, boom, we hit again,
And I also think that being a chicken establishment, a chicken joint, like Popeyes is, the chicken sandwich is gonna be a staple on the menu. So it's like, let's hit it while it's here. Like, let's make this cheap as hell, and make a lot of money off of this chicken sandwich, and then that'll be their flagship meal going forward. Like, when I go to Popeyes, in fact, a big reason why I don't stop at Popeyes whenever I'm on, let's say, like a little semi road trip is because that's a lot to do. Like, even if I get tenders, tenders is right. You got to dip. Tenders is like the least tedious food over there. I'm not gonna get a 2-piece with a red beans and rice that's crazy when I'm driving. So I could just hit the sandwich. I think Popeyes is preparing themselves for the chicken sandwich to be their flagship item on their menu, not the 2-piece no more. So it's like, let's make it, and then the chicken sandwich will be here to stay. But that first chicken sandwich that they made, in fact, I'm reading an article. I'm not reading it, but I'm just looking at a headline from an article right now that says Popeye's chicken sandwich is back on the menu, but it seems smaller and less exciting the second time around. And it makes sense. It's like, let's cut it in half. For every chicken sandwich that we was making before, we can make 2. Or for every pinch of seasoning we put in there, let's put a half a pinch. Whatever it is, they profiting on the hype and not the quality of the sandwich, which is what it was before.
All facts.
They did their thing. It's pretty genius. If you
they took 2 bricks. They took a brick and made it 3.
Frank Lucas
that thing.
They turned a 02 into a 03.
Well said, sir. Well said, sir. Hey, man, it's out. No time like the present. We talking about establishments that's out here getting it. let's talk about one from our favorite sponsor, the fellas at the Black Coffee Company. So 5 young Xavier alumni have come together to create the Black Coffee Company, man. Y'all visit theblackcoffeecompany.com to check out their art, apparel, and definitely their coffee. With 5 unique blends of Colombian, Brazilian, Ethiopian, and Peruvian coffees, these brothers are giving you some of the best Java from around the globe and some food for thought as well. These fellas aren't only distributing quality coffee, they preach the major tenets of entrepreneurship, financial freedom, and community empowerment. The whole movement is dope, but don't take my word for it. Visit theblackcoffeecompany.com and see what all the fuss is about. The Black Coffee Company. Coffee for the culture.
Ooh, talking black coffee from black folks and their fathers with their babies. Ooh, we talking black coffee from black folks, fathers.
So Raj, the story I definitely think we need to give its due diligence to is let's talk about this guy Brandon Hargrave in Lafayette, man. So basically, he's the owner, or at least part owner, of a number of local businesses in the Lafayette area, or even in other places in Louisiana, including Walk-Ons, which is a sports bar, City Bar, which was a club, CC's Coffee House, Planet Fitness, and Mesh's Donut King, Richie Mesh's Donut King. And basically, I want Raj, you can tell a story a little bit better than me to an extent, probably, about I'll give you what I know. So some kids, he left a bucket out for trick-or-treaters and was like, take one so everybody can get one. And then he had a video of some little black kids going over there and laughing and joking and taking way more, taking like all of the candy. So he posted on Facebook, turn up the volume. You can even hear these little shits or fuckers or something reading the sign that says, please take one so everyone gets one, aloud, while laughing and picking their heads up like thieves on the lookout, while taking it all. Starts off with simple shit like candy, then eventually escalates to stealing guns out of people's cars, selling drugs, armed robbery, joining the system, and then eventually being jailed, shot, killed, etc. This mentality is how it all starts. Immaturity? Nah. Why didn't any of the other kids do this? It's not a kid thing. It's a culture thing. Same culture that lands their 8x10 picture on front of Auntie's airbrush t-shirt while Auntie falls all over herself at the funeral claiming what a perfect person they were their entire life. Lack of character. The cancer of this planet. Wow. Is what he wrote about those kids. So, Raj, you know a little bit more intimately about this situation because you know dude. What are your thoughts?
So first off, I kind of want to dissect the Facebook post and turn the volume up. You can even hear these little niggas reading that sign that says, please take one so everyone can get one. That's what that says to me. I showed this post to my dad and he was like, What is he saying in them asterisks? That's what that says in them asterisks. Because if it was little shits, then he would have said little shits. Or he would have said little fuckers. That's little niggas reading that sign. The other thing is when you said, why didn't any of the other kids? And I think that one's a little bit, you can maybe take that one or leave that one.
No, that's transparently not black kids. Stop it.
What if they had other black kids? Like, you're not talking about these kids. And then my third point is he obviously has some black friends and he done been to a black funeral before. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know so vividly, like you named a t-shirt, like you know black people make 8x10. I ain't never seen a white person with a in loving memory airbrush t-shirt.
R.I.P.
and falling all over the, you know what I'm saying? Like you done been to a black funeral before for one of your black friends and you use that to your advantage and that's messed up. So that's how I read that Facebook post. On the flip side, I thought that it could be very, very untastefully funny. Like that's what I thought about it when I first read it, and then I saw the picture of who that guy is, and I remembered that's the dude. Okay, so that's the guy that was running City Bar. This dude got a track record. Like, this isn't just like some random Joe that has no track record that I don't know anything about. No, many a times I've had to have people vouch for me, white friends vouch for me at the doors of City Boy because my jeans was quote unquote too baggy, or I couldn't wear all white shoes, or I couldn't wear a hat. Brings upon one instance. I had a hat on. Guy says, "Hey man, you can't get in with that hat on." It wasn't him. Can't get in with that hat on. And I said, "That guy right there has a hat on." Like, I'm pointing at the dude standing right next to the door. This dude right here. I was like, "You got a hat on." "Nah, I'm sorry, I can't let you in, but go ahead, slip a 10 in my pocket, I'll let you in." So like the way that he was running his business was very, very sad. Like it was very sad, and it was very biased and very discriminatory. And if it was anybody else, maybe I would have just laughed it off, and been like, "Man, that's funny." He saw an airbrush shirt and he went ham on the black community because we stole his candy, because we did something bad too. Let's not forget about that. So I'm thinking maybe it's kind of funny, but after you know who the person is, just like the Donald Sterling stuff with the NBA, like after you know who the person is and their track record, it's enough. I'm done with it. Let
me start at City Bar and walk back up to the actual event. So I've been to City Bar, and if you guys aren't familiar with like the Lafayette area, when we were growing up, when we were like in college and stuff, we used to go to the Keg and Nighttown and stuff like that, and it was a little bit closer to campus, and that's where there was like the black folks would congregate and go to clubs. They had other clubs too. What was the one right down the street, the big one that they used to have concerts at off of Jefferson, Raj?
Nighttown. At Nighttown.
No. At the it was by the tracks, and they had the concerts there.
I don't remember.
Okay, so anyway, it migrated to Jefferson Street, like downtown Lafayette, as being where people went out. And when I first started going out there, it was a bunch of different places, like you said, Nighttown. It was City Bar. It was like Club
410.
Yeah, it was different. It was different clubs, and I just remember as time progressed, City Bar became like the one where like I would like Raj when I was in town. I'm going to hang out with Roger. Like that's where I was going to go to City Bar. I would say that I've been inside of City Bar the exact same amount of times that I haven't been let into City Bar. Like if I've been in there 4 times, I've been stopped at the door 4 times. And a lot of times it would be me and Tim and Wade and Nick going in there to meet Raj, and we'd be at the door and they'd be like, "Nah, you can't get in. Jeans too baggy, something else, whatever." They would come up with a reason. So City Bar is notoriously a racist establishment who has to be led by, like, Los, I know you're thinking about like Bell Station did us before, like Tucking you do this or whatever, like times 10. Like that one day at Raj when we were at Dogwood in Houston, and they did that times 10 of
much so I've seen them, Los, just if you don't know, I've seen them not let girls in because you got too much holes in your pants. And then on the other side, you got, call a spade, you got a white girl in the club that's got, her ass showing on a jean skirt, like she dancing and doing her thing. Mm-hmm. And you got a black girl going who, got some holes in her pants, and we not letting you in because you got too much holes in your pants. Like that's the type of establishment that is. Where they find ways to not let black women in.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I mean, that's what Small Town had. I feel like that was that whole weekend. The last time I've been there was Small Town birthday when he had. I feel like that. But anyway, it was a long time ago, and I just say all of that. But let me back up. So y'all know he runs, and he is the main character in a racist spot. Google City Bar racism Lafayette. You'll see some shit that rears its ugly head about how prevalent racism is in the areas that we grew up and how it's still a thing to this day. But back up to the story. Actually, last year for Halloween, I had this big bucket and I put a bunch of candy in it. And I was answering the door for everybody who came. And then I was like, I got to take a shower because I got something to do. So I put the candy outside the door. I took a shower, got out of the shower, dried off, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. Went back outside. The entire thing of candy was gone. Some kids, whatever, took all of the candy. It was a shit ton of candy. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't go on Facebook and say, "You little cancers of the planet, you little niggas saw my candy out here and took it." Starts off with simple shit like that, and then you're Annie and your grandma singing Psalms 23 at your motherfucking funeral.
You running up the store stealing guns.
Yeah, you're stealing guns out of people's cars and holding up white people at the convenience store. I didn't say none of that shit. So that just tell you what's in the hearts of men. Be looking for an excuse to be racist. Like, it's so wild. That's so wild. But the point I'm trying to say is the practice of leaving candy outside on Halloween. I don't give a shit where you at. They're gonna take unless their parents coming over there with them to the door. They're taking all the candy,
dog.
They're taking the candy.
Yes. I think it's the same thing as when they had all them peppermints out at when you go to a restaurant. It's the same thing. All them peppermints out, you pass by the door, you see that big jumbo bowl of peppermints. Lions say you're not grabbing a handful of them peppermints and stuffing them in your pocket and put them in your car. Or that white grandma ain't get everybody to grab 2 handfuls and put them in her purse for church. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just whatever. So you can't. I don't think you go from taking candy to robbing people and stealing they guns out their car. I'm just breaking their car looking for guns now. Come on, man.
Well, here's what I'm glad that this story is getting some national attention, especially for somebody like this, because I feel like they got away with that for a long time. They got away with business practices like this for a long time, and. I applaud. I really do. I mean, I get it. I know they was put under fire, but I really applaud walk-ons for just firing them, for not slapping them on the wrist. Like they was like, nah, dude was the franchise owner, so he purchased the franchise and they took it from him. And I applaud walk-ons. To be honest with you, if I haven't seen it yet, but if I were to see something on Facebook about boycott walk-ons, nah. And I think I have seen something like that.
We posted
boycott walk-ons. I'm not boycotting walk-ons. I'm not doing it.
Cancel culture, because you're not with the cancel culture thing. But also you think that walk-ons handled the shit appropriately.
Yeah. I think they did.
Okay. So I get that. I get it. No, I get it. There's a part to cancel culture is if they actually do stuff to change, then and they pinpoint the problem and get rid of them. I'm with that though, Raj. You know what? Yeah. What I would like even more is if they let a minority business owner take it over though. That particular.
I would love that too. Because on the flip side, like you said, you went back to the keg. We've been out in Lafayette. We was out in Lafayette for a long time, and they've been doing the same stuff, and it wasn't just him. Mm-hmm. He just got caught. Mm-hmm. I hope that there is a change, and I don't know if there will be, but I pray that there is a change in culture. In who they let in their clubs, because I've been in the keg. The craziest instance I've been in the keg started. When a place started to get black, it get blacker and blacker and blacker every single week.
Yeah,
it's just how it works. Oh shit, word of mouth. I guess that's what it is. The keg got very black at one point in time, and they played nothing but rock and country for one whole night.
Oh, did he get him out of there?
So,
gone.
Man, we don't want y'all to have a good time. Y'all don't like this music. And that's how we can get y'all out. And so all I'm saying is that's the problem is not him.
Hold up. Does the keg still exist? We don't know. Do you know, Raj? Does it?
What's that?
Does the keg still exist?
No, I don't believe so.
That's an interesting thing to say, hey, we want y'all out of here and we're gonna play that. We're gonna play some different music. I got a question for you, Los. So the thing I hate about Dallas, and I used to tell this to people all the time, is that Dallas has no in-between. Like, if you black, you either going to, some Oak Cliff, that's my hood shit, or you going to, some super uppity, suit and tie, pretentious people, I'm a business professional event, right? There's no us. There's no best friend weekend type crowd of just cool people who are professionals who not with the nonsense, right? Who could still wear tennis shoes and have a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like Houston is a unique city in that it has that. We've always had that. Yeah. A bunch of different places where we could go and just be like, nah, I dress how I want. We pull up how we coming how we coming, and we're gonna have a good time. And it's not gonna be too pretentious. And it's not gonna be too hood. It's not gonna be there's a lot of fire in between. Where we grew up in the Acadiana area, there is the exact same problem as Dallas. There was never a spot where black people could go that was not hood. Everything that black people, every spot was hood. Every spot. They had Brass Room for a minute that wasn't super hood, I think. And there was another one called, I don't remember what that thing was called.
Well, and I feel like the other ones was the fraternity parties,
Yeah,
I'm struggling with the word fraternity, but the fraternity parties was kind of classy, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Like like the Perfect 10 parties you're talking about, like them at the
Right.
like Mark Roman had a club out there once that was until somebody got shot in front of it, because that's kind of how things happen. But the interesting part is like we look for that in between, so it ends up being back home where we gravitate to places like City Bar. Because we like, we'll hang out with some white folks in here, but it's gonna be like a little bit more like black folks. That's like they're gonna, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that's where Raj would be hanging, and
they're
other people
playing Nelly and shit. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's not as much, and they're not busting your head for 20 to get in. They're not busting your head for 20 to park. Like it's that kind of thing. So I'm curious as to Shreveport, which one is it closer to? Is it more akin to like that? It's only some hood shit and then it's some white shit, or is it like, do they have in between things like the Houston area?
Well, Shreveport the one that have a whole bunch of options, but coming up, like when I was 20, 21, 22, we had Coco's. That's hood. That's the hood spot. Everybody was going line long as hell. That's the hood spot. We had Gigi's right around the corner, which was, you could dress up or whatever. You had to have our own boots. You couldn't have our own T-shirts and all that. So we had those two. But then around the corner, it had a place called Phoenix, where it was a mixed crowd. A lot of white people went there, but black people in there as well. It just depends on what kind of, I guess, I don't want to say Roger type people, but, black people had a lot of white friends. I mean, I ain't mean it no bad way, but like black people had a lot of white friends. They went there. So I fell in there a few times. And like you said, it was free to get in. It was nothing, So we had a sort of a mixture. Then we have the old people spots too, where they end up playing rap later on at night and stuff like that, where you can go. And if you just want to chill and you ain't with all the dumb shit,
Maxwell Daddies.
Yeah. We got we got those. We had those kind of spots too. So we had it wasn't as diverse as Houston, nowhere near. So but it wasn't as bad as Dallas. So if you could go somewhere if you wanted to. So you can go to the hood if you want to put on some boots or some shoes and a little button up. You can go to Gigi's, and then they had rap and stuff in there. If you want to go and just chill, you can go around the corner to the little spot we went to when we was out there. Josh, you can go to Josh. It's a bunch of little spots you can go to. You just want, you want to chill. They had other spots, not downtown. And you can go to Phoenix if you want to be around white people, and Sandbar if you want to be a mixed crowd. Sandbar actually had 3 levels. So
you see the difference is if there was those quote unquote places to be around white people, like they would try not to let us in. It's kind of
they didn't do that in Shreveport. You come on in, whatever. Now, I every time I've gone, I've never got turned down. So, I will say, go ahead.
I will say, you talk about Raj type of people. I did get mixed in with not him per se, but just some other the people that was quote unquote managers. So like them times where Aldo and Rich and Tim and Graham Star and all them boys couldn't get in initially, I usually was able to get them in. So like it was just always a problem, and it was like, well, let me call Raj, and then I gotta go find somebody else. I gotta go find pretty much go find a white person that I know. Go find Cockenhand. Go find C&H. Go find RV. You know what I'm saying? Like we usually got in, but it was always like a hassle. Like it was always like, let me find somebody that could vouch for my friends to get in.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be derogatory when I said that, bro. I was just saying, you got more white friends than I do. That's all I was saying.
I didn't take it that way.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that's just usually that's the process. And it was almost like I would get phone calls from them like, hey, be waiting for us at the door.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we don't want to have to go through what we went through last time. Like that's crazy that you got that in your heart. But I'm saying this to Brandon Hargrave, and I hope he hears this. That's crazy that you had that in your heart to make it difficult for people to enjoy your place, which was a first come first serve place. So if I'm in line, don't make it difficult. I'm not looking for no trouble, and you can't judge me based off of what I got on to say that I'm gonna make trouble. That's wild.
Yeah,
I mean it's a thing, man. I mean, like I said, it happened at that, and you're making me remember how it happened when you and I were at Dogwood that one time, Raj. When I walked in there in Houston, and they were like, "Your pants are sagging." You remember that? And then like you went and talked to the dude and have a whole conversation, and he was like, I was like, dog, my pants aren't sagging. Like, what are you talking about? My pants are sagging. So, these things happen, man. I mean, sometimes you stay, sometimes you walk away.
One of the first times I went to Midtown,
I killed that music for nothing nice to say.
You know, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
Listen, man, we love Louisiana, and in Louisiana, we love baseball. I played my whole life, and I'm like actually crazy good at softball to this day. Ask about me. Our homeboy CNH, one of the best college pitchers in the country, man. Our partner Jay Mitch been playing professionally for over 10 years. My kinfolk Ricky, the scouting supervisor for the Tampa Bay Rays. Like I said, baseball is something we fox with, like since ever. We rock with Ken Griffey, Barry Bonds, the Big Unit, Darryl Strawberry, Kenny Lofton, Bobby Bonilla, Pedro Martinez, and of course, them 90s Braves. Name some of them boys, Raj. Give me some of them 90s Braves.
Oh, boy. Jeff Blauser, Mark Wohlers, Tom Glavine, Greg Maddux, Neon Sanders, Fred McGriff. Come on, man.
Mark Lemke, Sid Bream, Dave Justice, man.
That's my guy.
Terry Pendletons.
You know what type of nostalgia them boys give me? Them boys give me WWF nostalgia. That's what they give me.
No, they should give you
Ravishing Rick Rude.
They should give you WCW because it's like TNT, Ted Turner. But anyway, exactly. And another thing you definitely know about me is I'm for the home team. You know, Saints, LSU, Pelicans, Grambling, Southern, UL, Xavier, Tulane, ITT, Tech, Centenary, Delgado, and the Astros. Closest baseball team to me. Always been my favorite. And I live in Houston. I wanted to party. Have a World Series parade. Get some free mattresses and some free HEB and shit. So I was a little pissed when they lost. But rationally pissed. Not like if the refs fuck up a call against the Saints. Not like if Bama beats LSU and Les Miles runs 1,000 times into a 12-man backs. Not like if the Pellies lose in the playoffs and AD wants to leave. But like pissed within reason. Well, that's until I saw the video from the World Series celebration. Let's talk about the Washington Nationals. Or better yet, should I call them the Washington Nationalists? Ever since they won, they pulling up to hockey games, pouring beers into the crowd on people and wilding with their shirts off. I could swear when J.R. Smith had his shirt off, it was a big deal. And I would love to see what the people would say if the entire Warriors squad pulled up to an Oakland A's game and got shit-faced and poured that drink all over white people from the upper deck in them boxes to the Reggie sections. But let's get back to the Washington Nationalists. Them bitches pulled up to the White House with the most of the squad and was yucking it up with Trump. Fuck Kurt Suzuki. I don't even know dude, but I know he's from Hawaii and got an Asian name, and he out here wearing a goddamn MAGA hat and posing for pictures on the White House lawn. So guess what? I'm going to stop right there before I really get mad and get in my bag. I ain't got nothing nice to say about anybody who fucks with Trump, so I won't say nothing at all. 52 weeks till the election, son. Cutting up.
Did you just drop your mic?
I think Los dropped the mic for me. I don't know what the hell it was. It was a mic drop moment, but I didn't drop my mic. But man,
I just thumped the thing for you. I thought you wanted to drop something.
Them boys was cutting up in a rather cutting up type of a way. That's all I'm saying.
I thought Kurt Suzuki. I didn't know Kurt Suzuki was from Hawaii. I thought he was from Japan.
Me too.
And I just thought he didn't. I thought that he thought his hat said Washington National and not Make America Great. That's what I thought.
No, stop it. Because if it was saying Washington Nationals, it's probably one symbol, like a little. One little symbol.
Wale W, but I'm saying it could what so just think if I bring a MAGA hat, now granted it does have some like it's got some recognizability, but like if I take a MAGA hat to somebody that don't know what that is in Japan and say this is a Washington Nationals hat, they don't know.
Yeah, you're right. If they say, oh, this is for the Taipei Tigers, we wouldn't know. That thing could say,
exactly, but that
make China
say,
great again. Go home, black man.
Make China
Hong Kong,
communist again.
Make Hong Kong part of China.
Lame on my mouth. That's what it's going to say. Lame on my mouth.
Man, we just rocking that thing, man. Make Hong Kong part of China. You're right. But Kurt Suzuki is from Hawaii. No, he's from the land of Barack Obama. And he out here pulling that shit. I ain't got time for it, man. 52 weeks, man. Get out and vote, man. Before we get out of here, man, I want to... we got to speak to it, man. Now, if you... Like, this is where the podcast is going to get a little nasty for the last couple. So if you was here and listening about if you was listening if you was listening for things about City Boy and rap snacks and good commentary, good some jokes up front, great, man. It was great having you. But T.I., man, during a recent episode of some random podcast with some random people, he said that he goes with his daughter Deja, who's 18-year-old, to the her yearly OBGYN meetings to make sure her hymen is still intact.
They will call it a meet.
He says, so, Doc, the doctor said, well, that's not really a thing. You could bust your hymen like all kind of ways, like riding a bike, riding a horse, hopping on a pogo stick,
farting too hard,
leaning, like sitting on like a little stool the wrong way on a countertop, scratching in your booty. If you dance too aggressively with somebody in a club,
with their
wrestling, basketball, they say you could get fouled, and there's a whole bunch of different ways that hymen could get popped at it. And T.I. said, "Look, Doc, she don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bike, she don't play no sports. Just check the hymen, please, and give me back my results expeditiously." And I quote is what he said on the podcast. I'm not making that shit up, dog.
Expeditiously.
Hey.
Oh man. So I guess I'm a bad father. I guess the next time my baby comes through, I'm be like, hey, bring me that phone and come in here, let me check that hymen. So look, you can imagine like your child, like you come home, she come home late or something. You be like, hey, give me them keys.
Let me smell your breath.
Let me check that hymen.
Let me smell your breath. Let me check.
You been drinking? Nah, you ain't been drinking. Hey, let me check that hymen real quick. Something going on.
Can I check that?
Yeah, wow.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that though? Like your dad is being in the bathroom trying to check your daughter hymen.
I mean, he checking her throat too and her booty. I'm just being honest, and I don't mean to be ignorant. Wow. But I mean, I'm saying, like, if that's his concern, if he doing that to her like that, no, seriously, if he doing it to her like that, ain't that the type of people who Raj that you like grow up with and you're like, oh, she can't have sex because she like in a certain religion, so she do all kind of other stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely like honest and mature about this situation, I think that he alienating his daughter, you know, like he making it hard for his daughter to talk to him about certain stuff. And if shit happens, you know, like if whatever, like she end up falling for some dude that get it in, then she not gonna tell her daddy, you know, like, and I really think, to be honest with you, like since he sheltering her and then doing these things and making all of these checks, I think the day after she get her hymen checked, she gonna get it in, and then she got a year for that thing to heal up. Like, cause that's what I'm thinking. That's what I feel like I would do, you know.
So she
like, I can't talk to you about this.
She pop a cherry every year, Raj? That's what you're saying right now?
Once a year. Once a year.
It's like you got a blood test, like you got a drug test. You be like, I got a drug test in May. I can smoke all the way to February.
He better check. Let me tell you what I would do. I would probably do that, and then I would be. If I was T.I., I would go to her computer and say and check her search results and look for how to fix your hymen in a year. That's what I would look for.
How to tape up and.
How to pass the hymen test.
In 1 year.
How to pass the hymen test.
Oh my God. You know they be having like vaginal rejuvenation surgery. Maybe they got like one that they put that hymen back in. She got a little money.
I mean, they got topical. I'm sure they got topical hymen cream. Like, hey, go to Asian Mall, go get your nails done. They got all kind of shit back there to tighten
hymen tea resolution.
Yeah, put some steam or something. I don't know, something or some ice. Something work. They got somebody that got essential oils or something. They got somebody that got some kind of remedy, and I'll be in the bathroom all year trying to figure out how to stitch it back together.
Oh my God, dog. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I would probably even call a doctor, call an OBGYN and be like, hey, don't tell my dad. Like, you know what I mean? That's a stretch. Don't tell my dad. Like,
yeah.
I feel like doctors have some sort of like confidentiality.
Especially at 18.
They should
don't tell my daddy.
I mean, they should have that conversation.
My shit loose.
I mean, they should have that conversation, and she should be able to have it with her dad. But it's all about timing. Now, cue up that music for busting up the hymen.
Oh man, that's wild. That's wild.
No. And Raj made me laugh earlier when we was talking about this because they got a place in Lafayette. And it's called the Hyman Performing Arts Center. And we used to go there as kids. They used to have the Black Teen Summit there.
Was T.I. Did T.I. ever come through?
T.I. would come through.
Once a year?
And check to see if it was open.
Once a year.
T.I.
He used to come and make... He actually... So I actually didn't see T.I. come in there. I saw him with a guy. The guy had on a white coat. And they used to just go and just make sure that everything was all right.
And leave.
And then leave. Expeditiously.
It's a new level of invasion of privacy. So look, like, I remember one time me and my mom was having a conversation in like, I don't know, I might have been in 11th grade. And she asked me something about like smashing. And I was like, nah, I ain't never smashed nothing. And she was like, because if I find out, you're going to be punished. That's what she said, like verbatim. And I was like, damn, you going to punish me for having sex? And she was like, yes. And I was like, okay, I'm not talking to my mama no more about, like, I know that conversation is one I'm never going to have. Hey, mom, guess what? I'm smashed. Like, I can't go back and say, yeah, I've been smashing stuff. Yeah, like, I can't bring this up. Cutting it's like, what?
She should took you to the man colleges and check your diamond. You didn't. The mano.
We're gonna check your vas deferens and see if you didn't bust.
Check your diamonds.
But literally, that means she couldn't even like. I don't want to get too graphic, but that means she couldn't like play with herself then either, right? Because I mean, couldn't she?
Not with long nails.
Affect her hymen in that way. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm assuming it's not as it's tender, but I don't know what.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Raj, I didn't want that to sound away. I wanted it to sound like I'm assuming it's not like it's something that's very easy to. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna. Let me go back to me being T.I. daughter again. Mm-hmm. I would probably play with myself expeditiously. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably play with myself very hard so that if my hymen is not intact when I go to the doctor, I could just say, well, that's what I was doing. Huh. You know, I'm a young female. I'm 19 years old. Yeah.
And yeah, like that, I'm not having sex. So if I was having sex, I'll probably make sure to have some residue on my hands so that if you want to look in the forensic files,
they put the blue light. They put the blue light.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, so you gonna right before your daddy come in, hold on, doc, let me get something on my fingers. See, Dad, I did it yesterday and I just didn't wash my hands.
I didn't wash my hands.
I mean, she'd have to take me to the. I feel like he'd take me to the police department after that. You know, to FBI, the investigations.
Wow.
Expeditiously
on time.
Okay, so I guess the real question is: he going too far?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Tripping.
Absolutely tripping.
I had a conversation about it. I was like, they was all upset about it. And I was at work. I kept feeling like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do. They was getting so mad and heated. That shit's funny to me.
I mean, I get your point.
I mean, who is her? Like, I feel like her mama got to step in.
I don't know. Is Tiny a mama?
No, she got another mama. Deja got another mama.
Oh, so it's a different. Well, I don't know nothing about T.I. little family. I just know he got that one little boy who write raps. That's the only thing I know about T.I.
The money. The money. Only kid for Tiny is King.
That's
and
okay.
King and the other little boy and the little girl, Aries. King. What's that little boy name? I forgot him.
How you start with the only one for him and then you name 3?
No, so only the kids he got is 3 for Tiny. Tiny only got 3 for him. And then the oldest one is her daughter with somebody else.
His Deja's mother her name is Miss Nico, an R&B singer whose real name is Violetta Morgan.
She let that man Violetta her daughter, by taking her to the clinic to check her hymen, tripping.
When we going for that hymen check?
Hymen check next Tuesday. Be there. Looking at us, man. Look, y'all are ignorant. I want y'all to, at the end of the day, though, I want you to enjoy your weekend.
Put that phone down. Come here, let me check that hymen, goddammit.
Stop it. Enjoy your weekend. Make it a best friend weekend. And
check them hymens, man.
You hear me?
Hey, I had been found my lyrics, just FYI. So, hey, I need a whole lot of head with a whole lot of spitting. A real boss bitch run these niggas like a business. He said if he keep fucking me, then he gonna catch some feelings. I said if you keep eating me, I need to meet your dentist. I can't suck that dick if I don't know where it been, no. You can't have my number if you ask through your friend, no. You can't fuck me if you can't find where to put it in. He got nervous when he seen his pussy. Knew I was that bitch. Yeah. Nigga, don't be testing me. You know what I'm about. Everything you heard is probably true. This pussy got clout. Ain't no shame in my game. Boy, you know I'm the shit. I get treated like a queen by every nigga I'm with. Cause this pussy got power. Going for some hours. Bitch, I got balls. I ain't looking for no towers. Any bitch you put against me, know they get devoured. I was down. They was sweet. Now I'm popping and they sour.
Yeah.
And
she want to see that
3-point stance by Juicy J. I figure I'll get that one to you. Because I ain't gonna read no more Juicy J. And I don't know who the young lady is that
I was about to say, because Juicy J ain't a female. Like
but it was actually no, I'll give it to you. It was Megan Thee Stallion, who is probably my most read NFL celebrity. So shout out Megan Thee Stallion.
I looked on the the statistics for the best podcast, and our shit is actually climbing. Now cue up that music.
Really?
Cue up that music for
that hymen. Cue up that music for checking that hymen. Cue up that music that play when you check that hymen.